जेपते मुक्ति मिले, जेपते मुक्ति मिले, दाखिले कारिले गुरु ज्ञान बोले, शुकिरपते से जाय कोले। जेपते मुक्ति मिले, व्याप्त चराचरा खंड मंडल, गुरु ध्यान तरस शीतल, संपरे विपरे तारी अभाय परे, भक्ति पुष्पांजलि ध्याव देले। जेपते मुक्ति मिले, जीवे दुर दिने दुरंत आरहरे, गुरु बिना बल के भवे निष्ठरे, भीषमा दुष्टरे आतिश बिष्टरे, ज्ञानेरालो तिनि ध्यान ज्वले। जेपते मुक्ति मिले, जेपते मुक्ति मिले। ओम। गंगा में नहीं, जमुना में नहीं, महलों में नहीं, कुटियों में नहीं, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वहीं, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वहीं। पाताल गगन जल में तल में, मुस्काता हुआ निकले पल में। मंदिर में नहीं, तीर्थों में नहीं, मंदिर में नहीं, तीर्थों में नहीं, गीता में नहीं, वेदों में नहीं, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वहीं, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वहीं। ओम। God is where you think of Him. Devotees, welcome again to this beautiful mandir. You know, we are spoiled and we are so accustomed to culture and tradition that if we don't see a murti, we can't think about God. And for the last 2 days, I've been doing arti inside the building with a nice, beautiful altar. And many of you have come and you've seen the videos. And I'm sure you're all happy in your nice comments. Thank you so much. But you know, it is my intention to lift you up to a higher stage. Because Krishna Bhagwan would have said it. Hey Arjuna, I am consciousness. Number 2, I am Virat Roop. I exist all over in my creation. When he showed that Virat Roop, I am the Atma. I am the life force in all that I created. I am the incarnations and the demigods. Meaning I'm Bhagwan Sri Ram and Krishna, that form. And I'm Buddha, I'm Swami Parameshananda. I am the demigods, I'm Lakshmi and Saraswati and Ganesh and Kartikeya and all the gods and goddesses. And I am the brilliance, I'm the 5 elements in creation. Earth, water, fire, air and space. And I'm the brilliance in all of creation. Well, you might be saying to yourself, oh, Swamiji is taking us to this place, it's so dark. Oh, it's not so beautiful. The question is in your mind, do you think God is here? Well, here's the Shiva Lingam, and let us show adoration to Lord Shiva. So that's where you get the idea, God is here. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya. So Lord Shiva is here. Don't you feel the presence of God in this place? And this mandir is the natural mandir. We're not confined to something that we were taught. Okay, oh, put a murti there, a photo there, and God is there. Well, that's the schooling, but we have to graduate, and this is the graduation when you come to a place like this. And last night I was talking to one of our Swamiji, Sadatmanandaji. I know him very well. And there was a time that he was telling me, he's now in the Badrinath ashram, way into the Himalayas. and he's been there. It's very cold, and the 19th of November, it will close down. But he will be there. Usually he's in Haridwar, but he'll be there, and he says, Swamiji, I'm enjoying it so much. I've removed myself from this earthly, mundane life, and all I'm doing here, I'm working with one of our brahmachari there. One brahmachari is sitting in that Badrinath ashram, way up in Himalayas. We have two pilgrim houses there, and pilgrims are there, householders there in this cold weather. Why? Because they want to experience that quietness and tranquility. And Krishna Bhagwan would have said in the Bhagavad Gita very nicely, Yagya dana tapo karma natyajam karmayam evatat yagyo dana tapas karma pavanami manishinam. Hey Arjuna, the acts of yagya and gifts giving and sacrifice should never give up. Even the wise, for them to sustain their spiritual life, to do that. And when I think about this loka, I think about our Swamiji Shuddhatmananda there. Because he would have told me a story that when he was a little younger, he's like 40 years now. When he was a little younger, he would have been in that Badrinath, way up 2 hours from the ashram, walking into the mountains. And he would have gone to the cave and sit there for like 21 days. And he'll get some food from the local ashrams, and he'd take food for 7 days, just some chapati. And there's a little stream next door, he'll drink water. There's no bathroom, there's no light, and he'll be there by himself. Why? Because he wants to rediscover that he's consciousness. He doesn't need the world for him to survive. Little food, little warm clothing, because his body was strong. So I said, Swamiji, why aren't you going now? He said, Swamiji, I did that when I could have done that. But now I'm getting old. This is a powerful message, that we should wait until we become Vanpras or sannyas to do these austerities and sacrifice and all of these things. We should do it when the body is strong. This way we'll have the experience, because the experience will catapult us into that rediscovering that we are consciousness. And he would have told me how he would be there, and there was one time there was a big animal coming, and he heard the footsteps, and he in this cave, and then he got so really scared, he said he fainted. And the animal came, and he had the Guruji picture there, and he held the Guruji picture and fainted with it. But he woke up around 1 in the night. He was so scared, and he started walking down in the dark with a torchlight, and he came to the ashram there. So he had his experience, and then he would have left and visited some other ashrams, and then he went to Nepal, and he went there and he saw the need for boys in the streets and lying in the cold weather of Nepal. And little by little he bought 3 of them in a little flat, a little apartment he rented, a little 2 rooms, and then he expanded to a house, 25 children. And then later on, when I went there in 1997, I saw him and I said, Swamiji, this is not good. 25 boys, 5 years to 15 years, and it's not healthy, because you could smell the stench of the urine, and the school was in that little building. They sleep there, they worship there, they eat there, and little outside they'll make classrooms in the cold tent, and they'll do it. And then little by little we're able to establish our ashram. Why am I telling you this? Not to glorify the Swamiji, but what happened, he would have followed this sloka that Krishna Bhagwan is telling, that yajna, sacrifice, dana, giving of yourself, giving of your love, giving of your time, giving of your labor. And he would have collected funds in Nepal, and that's how I took some money from America, and he collected money, and before you know it, the whole community was coming together. And one gentleman would have given steel and everything like that, and one would have given cement. And we built this beautiful building, and now it's completed and it's serving the community. So this one Swamiji, he went through the whole process. Now, not all Swamijis are like that. I had the opportunity of working with him and see when we bring the ashram. I had the opportunity of working for 3 months reconstruction in Sonankupam in Tamil Nadu village after tsunami, where we rebuilt 200 houses. Oh, what an experience. That early morning, it's dark, you'll go there and you spend the whole day there doing the construction, supervising, getting the labor, and then during the day do the counseling, meeting the people there, listening to their stories, and you console them. We even built a temple that was destroyed on the beach. They were so happy for it. And these little things, going to Sabrimala and where Mother Sita and for Ayappa Swami, and sitting there in meditation, away from the world and the glamour and glitter. What happens when you do that? You sacrifice your body. The mind is totally for the service of humanity. And you use your intellect and your experience, academic experiences to do what you're doing. By then all your ego is crushed, because you don't identify yourself as what you have and what you do and your reputation and what's missing from your life, how you're different from other people, and how God is not there. This is the biggest mistake we think, that God is not, it's only in the temple or in the murtis, and this is the lower existence. But when we elevate ourselves, like here now, I think God is here, I see God more, and you should see God more, not to get accustomed to being the mandir and doing the rituals. And this morning, let us transition, let us think. Leave the world behind. As a mother, you do your duty, but leave time for yourself, to develop yourself. As a father, the same thing. Do your duties, be with the family, but there should be a downtime for yourself alone. And so everyone, children, there must be a time for that. The Swamiji there, he told me, Swamiji, I'm here in Badrinath because I want to be by myself. He has that desire to always be in contact, to rediscover that he's consciousness. Today I send you blessings, and I hope you really appreciate this, because with the blessings of Swami Parameshananda ji, Om Dhyana Moolam Guru Murti, Puja Moolam Guru Param, Mantra Moolam Guru Vakyam, Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa, Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. How beautiful. The greatest of gurus, Lord Shiva. Look how he's meditating there and be in front of his lingam. Isn't that so beautiful? That here, think that we're in a place of pilgrimage, away from the hustle and bustle and the craziness of this world. And here's Swami Parameshananda ji majestically holding the Trishul, a sense of power and calmness, that sense of protection. And don't you feel it? Well, these are the great spiritual masters that have come to help us. We just worship Mother Durga. She came as a powerhouse, physical, mental, and spiritual powerhouse. We have to develop those powers, those divine powers, you know. So let's pay adorations to Surya Narayan too, because we could see in America here, the sun is not coming up today, but we will usually come from this direction. But you could see it's not coming up. But anyway, let's do adorations to Surya Narayan. Om Gayatri Mantra. Wouldn't you chant it with me? We'll go slow, okay? Om Bhurrbhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurrbhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. So I leave you with a message. Always think how you can help others. Yeah, sacrifice. How you can help others by giving what you have. The more you give, the more you'll get. And also, what austerity are you performing? Are you just looking for the pleasures of life and wreck your body by eating unnecessary food that is not really good for you? You know, people will say, well, Swamiji, if I don't eat the meat, I won't get the protein. Well, you tell that to the elephant, right? Go and stand in front of the elephant and say, oh, you must not be getting protein, Mr. Elephant. And then maybe he can put the foot on you, and then you'll know what is the power of being a vegetarian. So this idea about, well, I have to have all these meat and everything and alcohol, this is what's killing us. And it's taking us into this world of illusionary world. It's taking us and keeping us in the illusion of the creation. But we are gods and goddesses. We discover that. Hari Om Shanti Shanti Hari Om. Bola Sisi Guru Maharaj ki jai. Shankar Bhagwan ki jai. Isn't this beautiful here? Why you want to go into a mandir and look at just photos? This is the mandir. This is art, water, fire, air and space. The greatest murtis that you can ever have. And they are in you. You are this murti. Jai Gurudev.